Don't move. Don't even breathe too loudly. Last night, you felt it, a presence. Something near your bed, just beyond the corner of your eye. You told yourself it was imagination, a shadow of your mind playing tricks in the darkness. But what if it wasn't? Imagine lying there, heart racing, staring at the ceiling, and sensing eyes watching you. Your blanket feels heavier. Your room, once familiar, now feels foreign. The whisper of the wind outside your window suddenly sounds like a voice calling your name. You try to shake it off, blaming exhaustion, a late-night snack, or too many scary movies. Yet that feeling lingers, the chill that crawls up your spine, the prickling at the back of your neck. Something is here, something is waiting. And here's the truth, it's not random. That shadow you felt, it's been following you for a reason. You've crossed into a moment in your life that's about to test more than your courage. It's testing your very destiny. Don't scroll. Don't look away. Every word you read now is tied to your protection, because the shadow beside your bed is real, and it knows you. The night deepens, and the familiar silence of your room starts to feel wrong. Every little sound is amplified, the hum of your refrigerator, the ticking of the clock, even the faint creak of the floorboards. But it's not the noises that make your stomach churn. It's the feeling, the awareness that something is watching, just beside your bed, hiding in the shadows. You try to ignore it, pulling the blanket tighter around yourself, forcing your mind to think of normal things, the emails you didn't reply to, tomorrow's errands, a joke a friend told earlier. But the sensation won't leave. Something moves in the darkness. A cold wave brushes past your arm, and your skin prickles as if icy fingers traced your spine. Then it begins, a whisper, soft at first, almost indistinguishable from the wind. A voice, distant but insistent, calling your name. Don't sleep, don't move. Your eyes snap open, scanning the room. Nothing, just the familiar walls, your furniture, the posters you've looked at 1,000 times. And yet, the air feels heavier near your bed. The corner of your eye catches a movement, subtle, but unmistakable. A shadow shifts, darker than the darkness itself. Your heart hammers. You tell yourself it's impossible. Shadows don't move on their own. You've seen movies like this, read stories, even laughed at friends who claimed their rooms were haunted. But this feels real. Too real. Sleep is impossible. You sit up, straining your eyes. The shadow doesn't retreat. It lingers. A feminine form, tall, elongated, but without features you can define. Her presence presses down on the air, making it hard to breathe. And with every second, the whisper grows louder, more commanding. You belong to the night. Your strength will fade. Panic rises, but so does curiosity. Something about her seems tied to you, not random. Every instinct screams run, but your body is frozen, trapped between fear and fascination. You finally dare to glance fully at the corner of your room. And then you see it. The shadow moves as if it knows your every heartbeat, every hesitation. When you shift, she shifts. When you blink, she is there, closer. The air temperature drops. You can see your own breath puffing out in white clouds. You clutch your blanket like armor, trying to convince yourself that it's just imagination. But the whisper becomes clearer. Your destiny, your weakness, I will consume it. Your mind races. How can this be happening? Why me? Last night, the feeling was just in my dreams. Just imagination, right? But deep inside, you know the truth. This shadow isn't a simple haunting. It is tied to something far larger than fear. Something tied to your very destiny. Suddenly, your dreams begin to overlap with reality. A sensation of floating, of falling, of being watched while awake. The shadow is there in your sleep, reaching into your mind, touching memories, doubts, insecurities. You wake up gasping, heart racing, and yet she is still there. Not in your dreams anymore, in your room, watching, waiting. Every step you take toward the door, she mirrors. Every attempt to distract yourself, counting ceiling tiles, humming a song, fails. Her presence bends the air, whispers the unspeakable, and drains the courage from your soul. You feel weak, unable to fight, unable to even scream. Then comes the déjà vu, a moment that chills you to your bones. You remember the last time you felt this way, months ago, in another room, another shadow, another moment that seemed too real to ignore. And now it's back. She is persistent. She is testing you, measuring you, waiting for you to falter. Soon, soon you will be mine. You curl into the corner of your bed, shivering. Sweat drips down your forehead. But in the chaos, a flicker of awareness strikes. This shadow is not random. It is not mindless. It is here for a reason. Your fear is not just fear. It is a test. Something powerful watches over this night, watching how you respond to her presence, your courage, your faith. You clutch your chest, heart pounding like a drum in your ears. What if this is a message? What if this shadow is here because it is tied to my destiny? And in that moment, when all hope seems lost, you feel a faint warmth brushing the air, like the softest whisper of light, almost impossible to notice amidst the darkness. It's fleeting, but it is there. A presence, calm, protective, and so unlike the shadow that suffocates your soul. You blink. For a second, just a second, the shadow flinches. Not gone, but uncertain. You realize then, you are not completely alone. Something divine is near. Something stronger than the shadow, stronger than fear, is watching, waiting, and soon, it will intervene. But for now, the shadow lingers. Her whispers wrap around your mind, her presence coils around your bed. Your courage feels fragile, but alive. The first battle of the night has begun. And you know, the test is only starting. The clock shows 3:03 a.m., the so-called witching hour. The shadow beside your bed has grown darker, thicker, almost pulsing with its own heartbeat. The whisper isn't just sound now. It's like a vibration in your bones. Your chest feels heavy, your breath shallow. And then, suddenly, the whisper stops. Silence. Not the normal silence of night, but something total, as if the world outside your room has been muted. You look up, and for the first time you notice the darkness isn't still. It's alive. It reaches up your wall like black water, shapes inside shapes, hands, wings, faces you can't quite make out. You try to pray, but your words die on your lips. Your body feels pinned to the bed. The shadow leans closer. Its outline sharpens into a woman's shape, tall, hair flowing like ink in water, eyes like two bottomless voids. When she speaks now, the voice is clear, cold, and unmistakably human. You were marked before you were born. Your fear feeds me. Your light will die tonight. You want to scream. You want to run. But you can't. The air is too heavy, the darkness too dense. Your hands tremble against the sheets. And then, just when you think you're about to break, a flash of something slices through the room. Not light from your lamp, not headlights from a car outside. This is a light that feels alive, like a sword cutting through smoke. The shadow reels back, hissing, its form rippling like it's been struck. In the center of the room stands a figure you've never seen but somehow recognize. Wings vast and white as fire, armor shining like molten gold, eyes steady and unblinking. A presence so powerful the walls themselves seem to bow inward. Archangel Michael. He doesn't speak at first. His arrival is soundless but not silent. The air vibrates like a struck bell, a resonance that travels straight into your bones. He lifts his hand, and where his palm faces outward, a small flame burns, white and blue at once, casting no shadows, only clarity. The shadow woman shrinks, twisting in pain. "He is mine," she spits, "his weakness feeds me." Michael's voice is calm, but it carries like thunder underwater. "This child is not yours. This night is not your feast, and your power ends here. You can feel it in your heart. This isn't just a random haunting. Michael isn't fighting a ghost. He's revealing something." He turns his gaze toward you, not harsh, but piercing, like he's looking through your fear and into something deeper. "Listen," he says, "this shadow is no stranger. It is the weight of every unspoken doubt you carry. It feeds on your fear, your exhaustion, your secrets. It is not here by accident. It was sent to test you." Your breath catches. Sent? By who? The question barely leaves your lips. "By those who would see your light dimmed," Michael replies. "Ancient forces that prey on destiny. They cannot take your soul, but they can weaken your will. They can twist your nights into chains, and if you allow it, they will drain the strength meant for your purpose." The room seems to stretch as he speaks. The shadow writhes like smoke in a jar, snarling and clawing at the edges of the light. For a moment, the whisper returns, this time frantic, panicked. "You're not ready. You're still mine." Michael steps forward, each stride like a silent drumbeat. "She is not a stranger," he repeats. "She is a mirror of your test, and only by facing her can your shield of light be born." His words are heavy with meaning, but also strangely comforting. You feel your breath return, your hands stop shaking. You can move again. The shadow retreats toward the corner, smaller now, but still present, still watching. Michael looks at you one more time. His eyes blaze, but his tone softens. "This is not a curse to destroy you. It is a challenge to awaken you. What you do next will decide whether this shadow devours you, or becomes your protection." The light from his palm flickers, flares, then steadies like a torch. The shadow hisses one last time and melts back into the corner, its form less distinct, as if waiting for the next move. The air in the room feels thinner, easier to breathe, but the tension hasn't gone. This isn't over. Michael lowers his hand but keeps his wings spread, a shield between you and the darkness. "I am with you," he says, "but you must act. You must choose light over fear. This night is not meant to break you. It is meant to reveal you." And with that, his form shimmers, still there, but not fully physical anymore, like a flame behind glass. You realize, this was only the first revelation. The test is still unfolding. The shadow will return, and you will need guidance. The shadow has retreated, but the fear still lingers in your chest like a heavy stone. You feel your hands trembling, your heart still racing, and a sense of vulnerability that seems impossible to shake. And then, Michael's voice comes again, calm, steady, reassuring, yet powerful enough to resonate deep inside you. "Child of light," he says, "this shadow is not your enemy. It is a test, a reflection of the doubts, fears, and insecurities you carry. But it is not stronger than you. Not now, not ever." You want to believe him, but the memories of the whispers, the cold touch, the feeling of being watched, they all weigh on your mind. Michael steps closer, and you feel warmth spreading through the room, melting the tension from the air. "Listen carefully," he continues. "You are not alone. Every night you felt fear creeping into your soul, every moment you felt weak, I was with you. But to overcome this darkness, you must act. Not out of anger, not out of fear, but from the strength that already lives within you." He lifts his hand again, pointing toward the corner where the shadow lurks. Light streams from his palm, a white-gold radiance that pushes against the darkness, illuminating the room like the first sunrise after a long winter. You feel something stir inside you, a courage you didn't know you had. You must acknowledge the shadow, Michael instructs. Do not look away. Do not deny it. Speak to it with intent. Tell it that it has no power over your light. Tell it you choose strength. You are not meant to flee. You are meant to rise. Your chest tightens as you nod, feeling every word sink deep into your heart. You whisper, almost hesitantly, I am stronger than my fear. You cannot touch me. The shadow flinches, hisses, but does not disappear. Its presence shrinks under your gaze as if your courage burns through its form. Michael steps beside you, his wings creating a protective arc, and his eyes lock onto yours. This is your moment, he says softly, yet every word is like thunder in your spirit. Every challenge, every fear, every dark moment you've endured has been preparing you for this. You are not just surviving this night, you are transforming it into your shield. The shadow cannot break you because your faith and strength are your armor. A wave of calm washes over you. The fear that gripped your chest begins to fade. You realize that Michael's guidance isn't just for tonight, it's for every moment you have felt weak, every time doubt crept in. His presence tells you something essential. The power to overcome darkness is already inside you. When the shadow returns, Michael continues, you will not flee. You will stand, speak, act, and believe. Light is stronger than darkness, and you are its chosen vessel. Every breath you take now is a reminder. You are guided, protected, and destined for triumph. You take a deep breath, feeling the warmth in your lungs, the courage in your veins. The room no longer feels like a trap. The shadow remains, but it trembles under the authority of your newfound confidence. You know now that you are not powerless. The whisper of fear has no hold on you. Remember this, child, Michael says, his voice lowering but carrying immense weight. This shadow only exists because you have light. Darkness always seeks to test those who shine. But the moment you embrace your strength, the moment you accept your divine protection, the shadow turns into your ally, or it vanishes altogether. You look at the corner of your room. The darkness is no longer oppressive. It's diminished, compressed by the radiance in your heart and the divine presence that surrounds you. You feel a connection, intimate and personal, as if Michael is speaking directly to your soul. Every word, every instruction, every gentle nudge from him is meant for you alone. Tonight you reclaim your space, your peace, and your courage. He whispers, stand tall, speak the truth of your light, and know that your destiny is safe in the hands of the divine. As his wings fold slightly, the room brightens subtly. The shadow begins to dissipate, not gone completely, but weakened, retreating to the farthest corner of your awareness. You feel a triumph unlike anything before, a sense that this darkness, this fear, is no longer capable of controlling you. The first tears escape your eyes, not of fear, but of release, of relief, of empowerment. You realize that every nightmare, every chilling whisper, was leading to this awakening. Michael's guidance has turned terror into triumph, weakness into strength, and fear into your shield. Tonight, you are no longer just the one being tested. You are the one standing victorious. The shadow beside your bed is still there, but it is no longer a threat. It is proof that you faced your darkness, embraced divine guidance, and stepped into your power. The room feels charged, electric, alive. Every shadow in the corner stretches and twists as if sensing your rising courage. The darkness, the one that had haunted you, whispered to you, weighed on your chest, has grown desperate. It knows its time is short. You feel the cold creeping back, an almost tangible pressure pressing against your chest, trying to make your body freeze, your heart falter. Then Michael steps fully into the center of your room. His wings stretch wide, spanning from wall to wall, their edges glowing like molten silver under a rising sun. His eyes burn like twin stars, unwavering, piercing straight into the heart of the shadow. For the first time, the air shakes, not with fear, but with divine authority. "Child of light," he says, voice rolling like thunder across mountains, "it is time. You have faced the shadow. You have stood in the truth of your courage. Now, it must be destroyed, not with your hands, but with the power that surrounds you." The shadow shrieks, a sound so chilling it rattles your very bones, but it does not move closer. It flails, writhes, twisting in anger and panic, its shape flickering like a black flame. This is not just a shadow anymore. It is a storm of all your unspoken fears, your doubts, the moments you felt weak, alone, or abandoned. But tonight, it faces Michael, and it faces you. Michael raises both hands, the light in his palms expanding, growing, stretching across the entire room. The brightness is blinding yet pure, not painful but commanding. Every inch of darkness that had dared to linger begins to melt, hiss, and retreat as though burned by the heat of a star. "No longer shall this darkness touch the vessel of light," Michael declares. "Every whisper, every fear, every attempt to drain your courage ends now." And then he turns to you, his gaze softening just enough for you to hear his heart in his voice. "Speak, child. Speak your truth. Declare your light. This is your moment." You feel your voice catch, your lips trembling. But then, like a spark igniting a fire, the words flow. "I am strong. I am light. Fear does not own me. Darkness has no power over my destiny." The shadow shrieks louder, twisting into unnatural shapes, stretching toward you with clawed edges that scrape the walls. But with each word, each declaration, the shadow recoils. It falters. It weakens. Michael steps closer, his light merging with the energy of your voice. The room is now a battlefield, darkness clawing, light striking back, divine power and human courage entwined. Suddenly, a massive surge erupts from Michael's wings, a wave of brilliance, a shield of pure radiance that envelopes you entirely. The shadow thrashes violently, screaming, twisting, and then snaps. A single scream shatters the silence, then nothing. The darkness is gone, dissolved, vaporized. Every chill in the air vanishes. The weight that pressed against your chest lifts. Your heart, once racing, now beats steady, strong, and proud. You feel lighter, freer, unburdened. Michael lowers his hands, his wings folding majestically behind him. The room is calm, warm, filled with the soft glow of his presence. He looks at you with a quiet intensity. "Do you feel it?" he asks. "The weight is gone. The shadow has no hold. Every fear that once chained you is shattered. Every whispered doubt that haunted your nights has been replaced with light. You are victorious, not because I fought for you alone, but because you stood. You faced the test. You spoke your truth. You reclaimed your destiny. You realized that he is right." The shadow wasn't gone just because Michael intervened. It was gone because you claimed your light. Your courage, your faith, your belief in divine guidance is what made the darkness powerless. Michael smiles, just the slightest curve, but it radiates reassurance, love, and protection. "Remember this, child," he says, "every night of fear, every shadow you encounter, every moment that tries to shake you, it is only a test. Not a punishment, not a curse, but a chance to rise. And tonight, you did more than survive. You conquered. You transformed fear into shield, darkness into lesson, and night into light. This is your proof that destiny is never lost. It is always guided." A sudden warmth surrounds you, a sensation of wings brushing lightly against your shoulders. You close your eyes for a second and feel the surge of divine energy running through your veins. You understand, deeply, that this moment isn't just about tonight. It is about every night ahead, every challenge, every fear, every shadow. You are armed now, protected by light that cannot be broken, guided by Michael's hand, and empowered by your own faith. Now, Michael says, his voice lowering but vibrating with finality, go forth knowing this. Your destiny is unshakable. Your courage is irreversible, and the shadows of this world will never define you. Shine your light, stand your ground, and trust in the divine power that walks beside you. Do not forget what you have felt tonight, what you have spoken, and what you have reclaimed. Carry it, protect it, live it. You open your eyes. The room looks normal, yet everything has changed. The air is lighter, calmer, almost sacred. You feel a deep, personal connection to something higher, something eternal. The shadow beside your bed is gone. Your fear is gone. Only the knowledge that you are never alone remains. Michael steps back, his figure beginning to fade, leaving behind only the glow of assurance and protection. His final words echo in your heart. Your light is yours. Your shield is yours. Your destiny is yours. Stand tall, child. Shine bright. And remember, the divine is always with you. You take a deep breath, feeling tears of relief and triumph. Every pulse of your heart is a drumbeat of victory. Every shadow that dared to linger is now nothing more than a memory. And you realize that this isn't just a story, it is a call. A call for you to rise, to shine, and to never allow fear to define your life again. Call to action for audience. Stand in your light. Every shadow, fear, or doubt you face is a test. Face it. Speak your truth. Trust divine guidance. Like Michael, divine protection is always near. You just need to recognize it. Claim your victory. Darkness only has power if you let it. Every act of courage, no matter how small, breaks its hold. Share your story. Let others know they are not alone in their fears. Inspire courage and divine faith. Tonight, the shadow is gone. Tonight, your courage reigns. Tonight, your destiny shines brighter than ever.